Our guest today on Let's Talk Jonesboro is Drew Hanna, and he is the director of the soccer programs with the Jonesboro Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome, Drew.
Thanks, Bill. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, tell us, now this is your first year doing this, tell us what you have discovered about the soccer program and what people need to know, especially during a time with COVID.
Well, the first thing is that I was born and raised in Russellville, been out in Salt Lake City about the last 8 years and got to do some great coaching out there. And I got a phone call from Danny Kapalis saying, hey, we want you to come to Jonesboro and help get the soccer program going. And I got here not knowing anything of what to expect. And I'm just amazed at what's already been built here. Soccer is just ready to explode. We have an incredible women's college team here that just tied one of the top 5 teams in the country. The club here, Revolution, is incredible, and Jacob Vickery runs that, and he's doing an amazing job. And what I'm planning on doing is taking all of these 12 to 1,500 kids that sign up for City Stars and trying to help each one of them to learn to love the game and have fun, and hopefully see an outlet for them to go where they want to in the game. And I think there's a lot of great soccer already going on here, so we can just build on that.
That's great. Now you mentioned Salt Lake. Tell me what the transition is like. Do you have things from there that you wanted to bring here? Concepts.
Well, I would say that the biggest transition, moving from a city of 3.5 million people to a city of 80 to 100,000 people, it's just a whole different feel of what's going on and stuff like that. But I gotta say, I love the smaller town vibe. I just love the people here. Everyone I meet here just tells me God bless you, and that makes me feel real good inside. I'm just really excited to be able to bring what comes from maybe a bigger city, some of those aspects of the things that I've been able to learn from people out there. I'm hoping to be able to bring some of those aspects and coaching concepts and maybe different ideas that I've been able to see implemented, because as opposed to one rec program, they have about 70.
Right.
And I've gotten to see a lot of 70 different ways of doing things, and I'm hoping to be able to, first off, see what's going on here and take care of it, because it's an amazing program here, and then maybe build on it slowly, and at the end of the day, just take care of kids and take care of people.
Very nice. What do you see? What can people know about the future of City Stars?
So I would say that the future of City Stars is going to be pretty bright. We already have a lot of kids. So first off, nationwide, for a recreation program in a city, you're going to get about 100 kids per 10,000 people. So right off the bat, if we've got about 80,000 people in Jonesboro, Jonesboro is exceeding that. So we have got one of the best programs in the nation, bar none, as far as quantity goes. So I don't really know how I'm going to add to that quantity, but what I really hope to do is to add quality to the program. I want to make a curriculum for the coaches so that the volunteer coaches that we have coming out can feel more comfortable and can feel better about, hey, I can do this, and I know that they can. Sometimes they just need a little help. So I want to make a curriculum for them. I want to eventually make an academy for the kids, where maybe we can take some of the ones who want more than one practice and one game a week and give them a little bit extra. So hopefully that'll be coming down the pike in the future as well. And I think that the future is really bright, and it's already an amazing program. So I'm really excited just to be entrusted with it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And you talked about the revolution, and tell us a little bit about that. People don't even know necessarily what it is unless you're really on the inside of soccer.
So Revolution is our competitive side to City Stars.
Okay.
So if you have a child in City Stars and they are just playing great and loving it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look to take that next step and get into Revolution Soccer, which is the competitive side. So you'll do a little bit more traveling. The coaches in Revolution Soccer are paid coaches, so it does cost a little bit of money, but the value is definitely reflected in that you're getting some of the top soccer coaches in the whole city.
Right.
And if your child is looking for more, I would definitely go to Revolution Soccer, because that's where you're going to get more than what City Stars can provide as a free program with volunteer coaches.
It's incredible to have a free a program, I think. I never had such a thing, and my children never had such a thing all the years living in Dallas, and I grew up in South Arkansas, but we never had that. And I think that's one of the coolest things that go under the radar in Jonesboro, is that we have a city youth sports program that is essentially free. Have you seen that? Did you experience that in Salt Lake? Did they have that type of thing?
No, and that's one of the things that really excites me. I think it's an amazing thing that it's a free program. And this is where I really want to give a shout out to all of the volunteer coaches that make it happen, because the volunteer coaches are what make it free for everyone. It makes it to where we can include everyone. And I've been getting to talk to some of the coaches on the phone, and I've been getting to know them a little bit, and I've only been here about 2 or 3 weeks, and already I can just see that these guys are sharp and they're willing to serve the community and serve these kids and take the time out. And you know, most recreation programs, they don't operate for free.
Right.
I have never seen one that operates for free. So the fact that City Stars is able to provide that, number one, it's due to our amazing volunteer coaches. And number two, it's due to the amazing support that we get from the city government and ultimately the city of Jonesboro as a whole. It's really an incredible thing, and that's why a city that should have 800 as a national average,
Right.
has 12 to 1,500, because we get such great support.
That's incredible. It really is, and it's a tribute to everybody that works for the Parks Department, as well as the volunteers that coach and keep the fields in shape, and everybody. How many fields do we have actually for soccer?
So if you go out to Joe Mack Campbell Stadium Complex, we have 17 fields set up there of all different sizes.
Okay.
But more than that, I think we have about 7 or 8 practice fields that the players use. So it's really exciting, and I really think that this is a brilliant way to do it, that Bill Summers, the man who did it before me, came up with. He did a great job. He made it to where you practice outside of Joe Mack Campbell, and then on game day you get to come in and play on the nice fields where it's really well painted and everything. And I can just imagine, as a kid, that's got to be exciting, right?
Yeah.
You're practicing out on one of these 7 or 8 fields, and then you get to come in and you get to play on the lined fields where it looks so nice and it's got the sponsorships out there and you can buy stuff from the concession stand. It's a super exciting time on game day.
Very nice. What is our, we do so many things that sometimes go unnoticed with Arkansas State University, and you hinted at the quality of the women's soccer program over there. Tell me what interaction you've had with ASU.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I ended up coming into town about 3 weeks ago, didn't hardly know a soul, and I got to talk with Coach Brian Dooley over there, and he brought me into his office, and just a testament to the kind of man Coach Dooley is. The first thing he asked was, do you have a place to live? Like, he really cared about me as a person.
Oh, that's nice.
And I think that shines through in the way his team plays, because I've watched his team play a couple of times now, and they play so hard for each other. Mm. And you can just tell there's that caring for each other on the field that you have to win.
Right.
And so my interaction with the ASU women's team has been extremely positive. I am very, very impressed at what they have going on there, and I'm excited. I've got 2 little girls that are 5 and 7, and I cannot wait to take them to an Arkansas State women's soccer game.
Oh, fabulous. It's fabulous. You know, we talk about soccer and it's growing and it is catching on, particularly, you know, with the U.S. national teams getting more popular and famous. What got you into soccer as a youth rather than maybe some other sports or even fishing and hunting growing up in Russellville?
Well, I can tell you right now, the first person who got me into soccer was my mom. She signed me up for the recreation league there, and that's where we all start, right? Just the little bitty guys. And when I knew that I really loved soccer was in 2002. They had the World Cup on, and I had played for a while, but I think that's where I really decided, you know what? I'm in 8th grade. I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to get to where I can at least play in college. And, you know, we all have the pro dream.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough, but,
That's
but
all right.
I got up
Gave you
to a
something to work
college
for.
level,
Yeah.
and I remember watching that World Cup. I remember watching Landon Donovan. He was just 18 or 19 years old,
Right.
and he was just lighting it up in the World Cup. And I'll never forget that, Bill. I knew that I loved soccer, and I knew that I wanted to spend my life doing it.
That's fabulous.
In one way or another. Eventually, I learned I was going to have to end up coaching, like we all do
That's
someday.
good. Yeah, yeah.
But I love doing it, and I love the kids, and I hope that one thing they can take away from City Stars is how much I love the game, and that they can love the game as much as I do, no matter what level they play at.
Right. Now I know we're everybody. Has the season officially started?
The season is starting on September 11th, so registration closed. It closed on Sunday, but we ended up having a situation where the schools kind of weren't able to get the information out as quickly. So we had a late registration until Wednesday this week, but now it's completely closed. But games officially start on September 11th.
Okay. All right. So we start September 11th, and the season lasts how long?
So the season is going to last all the way up until October 23rd,
Okay.
where we'll have our end of season tournament and crown a little champion.
Well, great. I hope we have a fabulous season, and I know you will run a great show over there at Joe Mack Campbell Park. His name is Drew Hanna, and he is the soccer director. Is that what we call it?
Soccer coordinator.
Soccer coordinator for Jonesboro Parks and Recreation. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Bill.